The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Good morning, Vietnam!
It's time to BS.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 15 of the Staniel Smooth Show. I'm coming to you from the beaches of a rather rainy Long Island, New York, nonetheless. It is Saturday, January 18th, and I got the YouTube art wrong, because I did. Whoops. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for tuning in and be able to just come sit down on this Saturday afternoon because, hey, it's a new year, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new year, new bullshit going on, nothing crazy, just stuff. On the last episode of Time to BS, we had some advertisements. So, same shit's going to apply here and across the three main shows of here on this channel, Time to BS. Staniel Smooth Show, Seahawks sessions, whenever that comes back. And except for BS sessions, because, you know, that's a real talk thing where it's just, you know, myself, guests, or guests, in quotes, sit down, drink some beers, drink some whatever, have a good time, just enjoy yourselves. Because, you know, it's one of those things that I don't like to do ad breaks, but because, you know, reasons. Let's call it what it is. It's reasons. It's fine. Not a big deal. They're all entertaining as shit, so what are you gonna do? There is one thing I wanted to get off my chest first. So, this month in particular, January, is a bit of a fond memory. Not a fond memory, but like a somber memory, if that makes sense. So, 5 years ago, I was in a hospital. Was in a hospital for not particularly great reasons. And it's not that I don't like to discuss it at all. It's the fact of... Sorry, donuts being a dick. There she goes. Because she likes to play with the blinds. So, 5 years ago, I was in a rather, I guess you would call it, uncomfortable situation. I wasn't doing okay on myself. I wasn't. I was not taking care of myself mentally, financially, physically, emotionally. I wasn't. And there came a point in my life where I was just like, you know what? I'm this close to checking out. I almost did. Almost did. Almost did. And something, I don't know if it was God, the universe, something told me, don't you do it. And I guess since that day, I tried my best to celebrate life and be appreciative of life as much as possible. Now, there's some moments here and there where I do question a lot of things, where I'm questioning if I'm doing the right thing. I'm questioning if I'm doing right for myself, for others. And as I said before, it's not a very fond memory I like to discuss. because it feels like I'm beating a dead horse in the end, even though I'm not. It's just things I like to get off my chest here and there, because shit does bother me, but not all the time. I try my best to get the monkey off my back and get the boulder, or that is a pebble or a rock, off my back. However that may be. And this is one of them. This reason is particularly one of them. I like to discuss it on this program, where it allows me to be able to get, like, consider it like a diary or a journal or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So 5 years has gone by. I've been with good people. I've lost good people. I've been with shitty people. I have lost shitty people. And it's more of the fact that I was surrounding myself with some really bad people at that time. And I was not in a fun headspace at all. So I guess you could call it, if I could give some advice to anyone who is dealing with depression or dealing with some kind of mental disorder or whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays. Stop what you're doing. Call somebody. Check on your friends. Go talk with them. Vent to them about anything. If you have confidence in your friends, if your friends are real friends, they will not judge you for who you are as a person. I try to be very, fair in that regard. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm going to bust your balls, but I'm not going to judge you for who you are as a person. That'd be rude of me in that regard. So what I like to do is be the comfort zone here in the department of nonsense. Yeah, we like to cause mischief. We like to cause chaos and make fun of some things and whatever, and tell jokes and whatever. But in the end, this here in this very program is a comfort zone. That's how I choose to be. Because at a young age, I was very hesitant to accept the comfort zone. I was very hesitant to be comfortable. I was hesitant to be in a good spot. I did not think I was in some really good spots when I was younger. That's okay. Such is the past. But over the last 5 years, as I said earlier, I've been with good people. I've been with shitty people. I've lost good people. I've lost shitty people. And some good people have stayed along for the ride. And I'm appreciative of those people. I'm appreciative of my family. I'm appreciative of my friends. Some coworkers, here belly up and stuff like that know this story. So, and we're going to discuss depression and stuff like that down the road on today's program. But if I could give another piece of advice, it would be invest in your future and invest in you. Don't ever give up on you. Don't ever take you for granted. It's a good one right there. So tomorrow, as of recording, tomorrow is supposed to be a scheduled ban of the popular social media app TikTok. And I'm going to get very risk association here. I'm going to get very risky here and discuss something that, quite honestly, I do not like to talk about. Today, I'm going to talk about the fucking government. We all know why this app's getting banned. We all know why. No one has the balls to say it. No one has the balls to say why. But there are a few people that say, oh, the reason why this app is getting banned is because the government wants control. Also, because the government is getting a large sum of money from Facebook, and Facebook is losing money for this whole thing. I do not have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. I'm very neutral in this regard. Do I think the world would be better off without social media? Probably. Do I think the world would be in a better situation with TikTok? Yeah, probably. Because to give the benefit of the doubt for TikTok, there's a lot of small businesses and a lot of small accounts or shops or whatever the fuck you want to call them, personal trainers, chefs that have gotten a following because of this app. And because of this app, their careers have gone to new heights. And how awesome is that? Since you are taking this app away, the government, your citizens are now flocking to, ironically enough, another Chinese app, Red Note. I think if I were to have a prediction on this regard of what would happen, it's my knuckles, for those listening, I think the government will backtrack on this real fucking quick because they're going to be angry motherfuckers. But at the same point, it's not my rightful place to discuss, hey, what the government should do or what anyone should do with their lives, because the fuck? Like, who am I? What would that make me? That'd make me a pretty shitty person, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, you should do this with your life. Like, no, don't do that. I can give you advice on, hey, this is what helped me. Stuff like that. Take it as you may be. Whatever. But I genuinely feel sad for the TikTok community. I really do. Because there are some people that I know that have gained a massive following on that app. Because they have worked their asses off to get where they are on that application and, get compensated for it. Good for them. And that really does suck because I really wish that they being the government, would look at themselves in the mirror and say, hey, what are we doing wrong here? We must be doing something wrong. But, that's just my honest fucking opinions here and there. But regardless, it has become that time of it has come to that time of the show where we have to include our first application. Application? Brain? Words are hard. Words are very hard.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Yeah, words are hard. Where's words?
Words.
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 Yep.
Uh-huh.
Read.
Read. Read.
Book. Read book. Yep.
Words are very difficult. Oh, Jesus. So with that being said, let's go on to our first advertisement. There you go. Why do I like to do advertisements, ladies and gentlemen? I don't like to do advertisements. But why am I being told to do advertisements? Why?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for the help. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you for tuning in once again to episode 15 of the Staniel Smooth Show. I'm going to get more risky. Oh, boy. Anyone who's watching via YouTube or wherever you get these clips will either throw your arms in the air in excitement or throw your arms in the air out of pity or shame, depending on who you ask. I really don't like the fact that the Rodecaster soundboard doesn't work with StreamYard, so I have to get more sounds and stuff like that, and just, Where is it?
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Yeah. I'm gonna make people very unhappy with this. Andrew Tate. We haven't heard a lot about him. Haven't seen a lot about him in the last couple of years since then. Hold on, back crack. Oh, that felt nice. Haven't heard a lot of people, haven't seen a lot of people talk about Andrew Tate in a while. Don't know why, but I was scrolling through YouTube, doing my thing and shit, and then just to see what good information I could find. And one of those topics was Andrew Tate 2 years ago discussing depression. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be good. So I go and listen. I go watch. I go check it out. And he goes and he makes, hold on. Listen. I don't agree with about a good chunk of what he says when in regards to, women, being aggressive and blah, 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 being a hard ass. Like, it's okay being a hard ass here and there. That's just my opinion. Doesn't make me right. However, there's some shit that he says regarding mental health that I personally kind of agree with. How he says things, it's your weak mind playing tricks on you. He says certain things like, oh, I don't believe in depression as the mental disorder. I'm like, I kind of see his point, but one of my fantastically great flaws, is I see both sides to every argument. That's right. That's how I roll usually. And in this particular case, my viewpoint on this is, okay, I understand where he's coming from on the viewpoint of depression isn't real, but I also understand where people are coming from and say depression is real. I see both sides in this context. If Andrew Tate recommends you, hey, you go work on yourself, go try to be a better person, be a better man, be better with money, be better physically, do all these things that help benefit you as a person, man or woman, who cares? That's great. If he says shit like, oh, I don't believe in depression, blah, 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 I think depression's bullshit, that's just his opinion, so who cares? It's an honest opinion. Who the fuck cares? Now, my personal opinion, I sympathize with people who suffer with mental disorders / mental disabilities, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think taking care of yourself all around is very important. You can't get anything done if you're just sitting on the bed all day, scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through Instagram, expecting things to get better. Like, no, it doesn't get better. You have to work on it. Hey, you want to get better with money? Okay, go work on being better with money. You want to go be better physically? Okay, you go work on being better physically. Go to the gym. Go work out. Go for a run. Take a financial class or whatever. Go on YouTube and learn some financial lessons. Read some shit here and there. Read some books. Listen to some audiobooks on how to be better, on how you can be a better person. Having small goals is very fulfilling to help, quotes, cure depression or treat your mental health, whatever you want to call it. But saying that Andrew Tate's a bad person because of an opinion, like, that's just like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. It's just an opinion in the end. Speaking of opinions, anyone who watches NXT and knows this woman, good God. Here we go. Risky business, once again. Oh boy, where is the sound? Where is it?
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Yeah. Damn straight. I don't mind that at all. With that being said, Jada Parker of NXT, who's got a bright future ahead of her, she really does. She made some very interesting comments because, okay, context is key here. Once again, the government, yay, basically put a ban on men competing in women's sports. It's a transgender ban, however the fuck you want to call it, on sports or whatever. So there were also some comments by other different individuals or accounts on Twitter that have defended Jada Parker in this regard. And I'm going to quote one of my favorite all-time skits or bits by Dave Chappelle.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Not that one, but say LeBron James, okay? Let's say LeBron James changed his gender, okay? Does he still get to play in the NBA? Or, because he's a woman, does he have to go to the WNBA where he would score 840 points a fucking game? What does equality even mean? If Brock Lesnar were to suddenly, out of nowhere in the UFC, change his gender and go to the women's division, he'd literally kill someone. Literally. And he's very capable of doing so. No promotion of violence here. No promoting violence. Just get out the gate. But you see my point. So Jada Parker basically liked an Instagram post which regards to, being against transgenderism in sports. And I'm like, oh God, this is going to get fucking nasty real quick. That possibly can't go any... That isn't going to go well. But, regardless, Jada Parker has a right to say and do whatever the fuck she wants. So, and on this Instagram post, the U.S. House has passed a bill to ban transgender athletes from competing in women's and girls' sports at federally funded schools. Jada Parker liked that post. And... there are people that are saying, thinking that biologically born dudes who transition to being women should compete with biologically born women in sports is fucking nuts. That's just me. By the way, it must be really hard being that miserable person to hate on other people who don't support your views. That must be a really sad way to live. Like, really? That you're hating on someone for having a different view than you. Who the fuck cares? Who the actual fuck cares? Just because you're offended doesn't make you right. Bam! Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Just because you're offended doesn't make you right. There you go. Problem fucking solved. Such is a world infested by chaos and bullshit. My specialty. But regardless, here we are. Here we are in a world where everyone's offended by everything and they can't even look at themselves in the goddamn mirror and tell themselves, hey, maybe I'm the psycho here. It's a very strong possibility that I am the psychopath. Very strong possibility. I am defending Jada Parker here. She's got a bright young future ahead in this wrestling business. I'm pumped for her. She's going to win titles. She's going to do some shit for a long time. However long she does this, but she's going to do this shit for a while. And I'm happy for her. But, what the fuck? Look at yourself in the damn mirror, people. Speaking of wrestling, speaking of nonsense in wrestling, I don't even know if this is nonsense, but I'm very curious to hear the reaction or hear the discussion with regard to this topic. So WWE and TNA announced Where the fuck is it? I had it in my files here somewhere. I can't find stuff. TNA and WWE announced a multi-year partnership aimed at creating unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. Hallelujah, ladies and gentlemen. Where is that sound? Where is that?
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
I'm going to play it again, just why the fuck not?
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
We like these things, ladies and gentlemen. So, can't breathe. Anyway, so for a few months now, NXT and TNA have essentially been in partnership with one another to get TNA stars in with NXT superstars. That's fucking awesome. Now, the reports are out there that some TNA stars, like a Jordan Grace, might be dipping for WWE soon. Yeah, I don't fucking know. But from a business perspective, this is cool as shit. From years ago, we're talking years ago when TNA was in the height of its powers, from 2003 to 2010. For those 7 years, do you have any idea if Vince McMahon, I'm sorry I said his name, if Vince McMahon would have made a partnership with TNA, or Ring of Honor even? No, not a chance. This comes to show what's old is old and what's new is new. You can make really good partnerships. Now, I know AEW was the first to try this with then Impact Wrestling. Well, technically New Japan, but whatever you're gonna do. But you know what I mean. Kenny Omega went to Impact Wrestling, won the TNA titles, blah blah blah, like whole fucking 9 yards and shit. I know AEW is the first to do this. I know. But this is huge for the wrestling business because WWE has never done this. They never do this. They never make partnerships, which, by the way, give AEW credit. Give them where credit is due. And this is not a sucking off of AEW. Like, no, it's not. I'm the complete opposite of it. I'm going to trash AEW any chance I get. Because I can. Fuck you, I can. And why is that?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Damn straight, Dave. And also, one more thing.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
That too, Dave. We like these things. From a business perspective, great. From a wrestling perspective, awesome. From a talent perspective, hell yeah. We like that. So it is also come to that time of the show once again where we have to take another advertising break. Boo. I gotta get another sound for that. I'm a half hour into this. I can't take a break, but I can't just pause the live stream. Sorry. Wow. What are you gonna do? So with that being said, let's get on to the ads because this show ain't free. This show ain't free. So time for some ads.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canada Dips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canada Dip CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadipCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canada Dips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks to our friends at Canada Dips in the previous commercial of Righteous Felon for supporting Belly Up Sports in this podcast. Oh boy. I mentioned AEW before. Their ratings are not good. Oh, the ratings don't matter. Yeah, fuck you. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, they're streaming on Max. Who wants to pay $30 a month for that? I don't. Fuck you. But you're seeing a lot more talent that were scared to come out publicly and say they're not happy with AEW and the direction the company's going. Penta, who is one of the founding members of AEW, jumped ship to WWE and now is being treated like a fucking star. Yeah, star treatment, that's what happens. Chris Jericho, damn near 60. He can't draw a dime. Jon Moxley, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, can't draw a dime. Jeff Jarrett, in his 60s, can't draw a dime. Dare I fucking say MJF can't draw a dime now. Mercedes Moné can't draw a dime. The current AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May, can't draw a dime. Daniel Garcia doesn't draw a dime. May I go further? Darby Allin constantly gets fucking injured, doing risky shit. However, if this were 90s ECW, he'd thrive, but because that's just me. But because I'm a psycho that way. Yay. There are discussions, there are questions whether or not, hey, what can you do to... Oh shit, it's raining really bad. What can you do to assist in the progression of AEW? How can this company get better? How can AEW get better? Ain't that the fucking question? $1 million question or $1 billion question in that regard. I think you gotta go through a mass firing of talent, whether it be Miro, Ray Phoenix, talent that you think that can get over in different parts of the wrestling sphere. Have Ring of Honor be ran by like a really good owner. I don't know if you're gonna sell it back to Sinclair Broadcasting or whatever, or have or Scott D'Amore even from former of TNA, because TNA is doing okay now. Have Scott D'Amore run Ring of Honor for shits and giggles. But there's a lot of upside with AEW. There really is. But there's also a lot of downside because they can't just get that. They can't get out of their own way. And it's a damn shame because you really want them to do well. I really want them to do well because that would give more freedom in the wrestling industry for more talent in the independent scene, which, by the way, AEW is killed, but, that's a whole other discussion. But I feel bad. I really do feel bad for AEW fans because they were invested in this product and it's now blown up in their face for the last couple of years. You can't blame CM Punk anymore because he's not there. He's doing well in WWE again. You can't blame Cody. He's not there. He's in WWE, is the current undisputed champion and the top fucking babyface in the industry. So, Tony Khan to me is the biggest punching bag. Because he refuses to act on the Young Bucks basically going full Kevin Nash in WCW on his company. Kenny Omega, by the way, doesn't do shit. Well, he's been hurt, but it's a shame. I mean, in the business realm. It's a fucking playground. I saw, a 12-man tag of Chris Jericho, Brian Keith, Big Bill, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli versus the Outrunners, FTR, Cope, and one other dude. Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs. I think it was. A 12-man tag? This Saturday? You're kidding me, right? You're joking. Out of nowhere. Chris Jericho, who is the purest definition of please God for sakes retire. Jon Moxley, who looks like my plumber. That's a Jim Cornette joke. Wheeler Yuta, who's borderline useless. So does Claudio. Brian Keith, what? Big Cass or Break Bill, I like them. I like him a lot. I thought he was good as Big Cass going solo. But that's about it. And then, Jesus. It's just a fucking mess. It's a mess. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I have no idea. So, let me get out of this mess because I don't want to keep going up for 50 fucking minutes. There is a discussion out in the wrestling sphere of nonsense and stupidity that a certain Aleister Black could return in the Royal Rumble. Now, Malachi Black in AEW, his contract is just about up, or it's already up. The Rumble is in early February in Indianapolis. Can you imagine the pop Aleister Black would get if he returned to WWE at the Rumble? Holy Christ. I would personally lose my mind because I love his theme song when he was in NXT. I love that entrance theme. It's so good. Now, when he was last in WWE a few years ago, Aleister Black had the what was it? The Dark Father character that he was trying to do, and it never really panned out, which is a shame because you really wanted to see what he can do. I threw out a random idea and said Karrion Kross and Aleister Black and call that tag team Doomsday. That'd be cool as shit, but whatever. But I'm pumped. I'm excited about this possibility of Aleister Black coming back. But we also have the Royal Rumble to talk about. So I'm going to make my prediction for the Women's Rumble because I can. I pick Charlotte Flair. Why is this? Why do I pick Charlotte Flair?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
No, but in all seriousness, I think Charlotte Flair is the easy pick. If you want a good match between her and Rhea Ripley, go for it, baby. Complete the trilogy. Yes, they fought each other once before for the NXT Women's title at WrestleMania 36. Google it. It's real. Yes, because Charlotte won the Rumble that year. So, exciting. Also, the men's pick, I am torn between CM Punk and John Cena. I am torn. I think either or would be fantastic. I think either or would be great. I definitely want to see how the world title picture pans out, but it'd be cool as shit to see Cena win the Rumble a third time and then eventually win his 17th world title. That'd be cool as shit. But whatever. It has come to that time of the show once again. It's been a few minutes, but whatever. Where we have to do one more advertisement. Yay. Take it away, Ryan. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
I'm going to get right into it. Right into it. The Islanders are a gigantic mess. Speaking of gigantic messes, AEW. But anyway, nice shot. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea what they're going to do. Because the contracts are there. Because it sucks. It sucks as a fan. It sucks as a diehard fan of this team, a childhood long life fan of a team that, granted, has been, over the course of my life. But there are some Islander fans that want Garth Snow back, and I want to slap them. There's some dude who said Ray Shiro should be the next Islanders general manager, and I want to slap him. Or them, whatever, don't care. But congratulations, Islander fans. This is what it was like to be an Islander fan from 1997 to 2018. 25 years. 25 years plus of bullshit, of incompetence. This is what it was like. You happy? For 20 damn years, essentially. 21 years. This is what you wanted. You wanted incompetence. You wanted bad teams. You wanted shitty run, or you wanted poor hockey play. Constantly relying on your top goaltender. Marcus Hotberg's pretty good, though. And Ilya Sorokin. You can't score. You can't defend. You can't score on the power play. You can't score 5-on-5. You can't defend a power. You can't defend on the penalty kill. You can't do shit. Now, I am fascinated to know what this team does in the offseason. Because I've pretty much checked out at this point. I'm going to a game next Friday, Star Wars night against Philadelphia. But I'm mentally checked out. And I have just been broken. And it sucks because not that long ago, this team was in the Eastern Conference Finals Game 7 against Tampa. Probably should have won that game, but, whatever. And I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm pissed off. Because the blame goes to Lou. The blame obviously goes to Lou Lamoriello for signing these players to these massive contracts, for not getting good enough players to really compete for a playoff spot, a division title, playoff wins. It's not. This team isn't good. I say everyone except for a few players are on the market. Those players to not be traded are Horvat, probably Duclair, maybe Barzell, Sorokin. That's it. That's literally it. The rest of the team sent to the moon. And it sucks, because it sucks to say, but you got to make the right decision from a business perspective to help your team win long term. I don't think, to answer this next question, I don't think Lou's coming back. You'd have to be out of your damn mind to think Lou Lamoriello returns next season. Out of your damn mind. But who am I to make the decisions? I'm not. But it sucks because it hurts more. Because growing up from early childhood, when I was 4 years old, going to Islander games, and growing up now, watching the team go from up to down again, down further, and then go back up to come crashing down, it sucks because the Isles for a majority of my lifetime have been a doormat, and it sucks because you want them to do well. Any fan wants their team to do well. Any fan. But I don't know what other changes need to be made. They probably need a full house cleaning. And it sucks. It really does suck, man. But that's just where I'm at this point. So, I got some final thoughts for a close-up shop. Because we're approaching an hour of recording time. And as the year as the year moves on, as the weeks move on, and just don't be afraid to invest in you. Don't be afraid to invest in you. Don't be afraid to invest in you and your future. That's pretty much where I'm at this point. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this edition of the Staniel Sue Show. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe for more content. Follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, at Staniel Sue, the Time to BS podcast. Follow the show wherever you get your podcasts on Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content like this one, Time to BS with Staniel Sue, Seahawks sessions, BS sessions, and more. And you'll get clips from the show too. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Staniel Sue. I'm coming to you from the beaches of Long Island, New York. And I will see you in this life and most certainly the next one.